Dear students, welcome back to social science class. Yesterday we have studied the meaning of sources and the meaning of history. Today we are going to study about the types of sources. There are mainly two types in historical sources. They are literary sources and archaeological sources. Literary sources means literature created by the writers. Literary sources are again divided into written literature and oral literature. Written literature means the literature which is got written by the writers in the form of documents or books. Oral literature means the literature which is not in written form but created by the people and transferred from people to people through by the word of mouth. Written literature is again divided into two types, that is native literature and foreign literature. Native literature means the literature which is written by the Indian writers. There are a lot of Indian writers who have written different types of literary works either in the ancient period or medieval period or modern period. They have written the literary works either in any one Indian language such as Sanskrit, Prakrit, Kannada, Telugu, Tamil, Marathi and so on. Now let us see very important examples of written literature available in our country. Most important examples are Arthashastra, a book written by Kautilya; Ghatapatasati, a book written by King Hala; Mudra Rakshasa, a book written by Vishakadatta; Rajatarangini was written by Kallana; Harsacharita written by Banabhatta; Prithviraja Raso got written by Chambardai; Vikramarjuna Vijaya written by Pampa, and Sangama literature and many other literary works can be named as native literature. These literatures give us various important information about the social life, religious life, economic life, cultural life and political life of the people during their time. Now we'll come to see the meaning of foreign literature. Foreign literature means literature got written by foreign writers. There are many foreigners who came to India as travelers, ambassadors or businessmen, officials or any other missionaries, etc. They have traveled in our country, observed the life of the people and recorded their observations and experiences in their books. These books gives us very important information about the past life. Most important foreign writers who visited India and wrote their books are Megasthenes wrote Indica, Pahen wrote Gokoki, Huensang wrote Siyuki, Ptolemy wrote Geography, Parista wrote Tariq-e-Parista, Babar wrote Tuzuk-e-Babari, and many other important sources are there. Apart from all of them, there are a lot of other writings which are giving a more important information about the social, political, economical, cultural and administrative life of our country during that way. Now we'll look towards the drawbacks of written literary sources. Among the native literature, excess explanation or overstatement and loyalty to one's master is common. And among the foreign literary works, there are a lot of wrong records because of lack of local knowledge. These are the drawbacks of the written literary works. Now we'll come to study about oral literature. Oral literature means the literature which is not in written form but got created by the people and transferred from generation to generation or mouth to mouth. Such oral literatures are in the form of folk story, folk songs, folk legends, ballads, and so on. They are passed from one person to another by the way of word of mouth. From the beginning of the human life, people are passing on their experiences in the form of stories or in the form of songs or in the form of ballads orally from generation to generation. Ballads are created by the people about their local heroes. Ballads means a song created by the people explaining about a person's story or history. There are a lot of ballads in Karnataka, such as ballads on Kumararama, ballads on Naikas of Chitradurga, ballads on Kempegowda, ballads on Tipu Sultan, ballads on Sangoli Rayanna, ballads on Kittoru Chennamma, and ballads on Sindhura Lakshmana, and others are very popular in our country. Legends are nothing but they are mythological local stories which may be true or false. Every place or village are having their own legends. These legends express about the local history which may be true or false. There are a lot of legends behind different names and different places. For example, Shravanbelgola, Bengaluru, Bendakaluru, Koppala, Pattadakallu, Gokarna, Mysuru. In the same way, every village or town are having their own legends. Now, we will go to study about archaeological sources in our next class. Archaeological sources are inscriptions, coins, monuments, and other ruins. In our next video, we will study about these sources.